This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You are watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Now, I made a prediction 9-10 months ago, something like that, where I said that the battle for British boxing supremacy will soon be kicking off very, very soon. At that point, Eddie Hearn had just left Sky Sports to go exclusive with DAZN. You had Sky Sports just employed Ben Shalom and Boxer as a new lead promoter. Wasserman joined forces with Kalle and Nisse Sauerland. Of course, they got a co-promotional deal with Sky Sports at that point. Mick Hennessy was doing his thing on Channel 5. Dennis Hobson, he got his FightZone deal. You had Frank Warren hadn't long done the Down to Bois Joe Joyce fight and started to move certain fighters into certain positions. Probellum came onto the scene. MTK was still kicking around at that point, but again, it was pretty obvious what was going to be happening with those. Now, I made the prediction that war is coming, but the first 12 months is literally going to be, for example, Boxer and Ben Shalom, Sky Sports, build a new stable. Now, at this point, Eddie Hearn, because he just joined exclusively with DAZN, he was saying how now he's got full control of the UK market, obviously because his stable is so huge. He's got all this money. No other promoter in the world, let alone British boxing promoters, can compete with him, Matchroom and DAZN. Fast forward to June and July of this year, what is it that we're seeing? Frank Warren has one huge purse bid, for example, Tyson Fury, Dillian Whyte, and others. And that, of course, Eddie Hearn doesn't really win too many purse bids. Ben Shalom, Boxer, Sky Sports have signed all like these fighters. Whereas there was once upon a time, for example, Eddie Hearn would have had the pick of the litter from Team GB. There was 10 of the 11 available Olympians decided to turn pro. Eddie Hearn only got 2 of them. Probellum got 3 and Boxer Sky Sports got 5. For big money. And Boxer Sky Sports are turning the heads of Matchroom fighters. Of course, we've all seen the recent one with Lawrence Kalle and others, of course, like a Liam Smith, he's crossed over, and whatever else in that as well. So not only are Sky Sports, Boxer and Ben Shalom competing with Eddie Hearn when Eddie Hearn said that nobody could, they're outdoing Eddie Hearn. They are paying their fighters more money, bigger sign-on fees, all that kind of stuff. So already here in the UK, Eddie Hearn and Matchroom are being outdone by Sky Sports and Boxer. But it's very unfair to compare Boxer, to compare Wasserman, to compare Hobson and Probellum and that to a Matchroom. Of course, Matchroom have had such a long head start on all of them. They're in the building process right now. So you can't really compare the shows. That would be very, very, very unfair to do so. But war is certainly upon each other. In fact, we're even seeing a bit of a mini war going on at the minute between Frank Warren and Ben Shalom over the whole Joseph Parker and Joe Joyce situation. Is that going to continue? As in, are we going to see more and more beef? Is this the start of a bad relationship between them? Now, I know that Ben Shalom, he wants to work with all the promoters. He doesn't want bad blood. He doesn't want barriers. Sky Sports don't want bad blood and barriers either. Unfortunately, this is boxing and it's going to happen. Wasserman, of course, have now gone exclusive with Channel 5. So that now they're going to be putting on fight dates. And a lot of fighters who were originally joined up to go with Sky are now going to be on Channel 5. Like, say, for example, Josh Kelly, for like a Aaron Chalmers, like a Nathan Gorman, and that, for example. Harlem Eubank and whatever. Chris Eubank, I think he still has a deal with Sky Sports, as far as I'm aware. But the jigsaw pieces, the chess pieces even, are starting to be put into place. Wasserman have vast connections. They can reach out to some of their friends with brands and dig in a lot of money if they really want to make an assault. But right now, they're going through the year 1 feel-out process. Try this, try that, see what works, see what doesn't. And then at some point, I fully expect Wasserman to make a massive assault. Now, as far as the spending is concerned, when it comes to, say, Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, DAZN, that was off the chart at one point. Okay, when Eddie Hearn first got his DAZN deal and tried to crack America, there were so much money coming in. And Eddie Hearn warned everybody, if you want to sign up with DAZN and get huge money, now is the time to do it, because this won't last forever. And sure enough, it isn't lasting forever. Right now, we're starting to see that Eddie Hearn Matchroom are not winning that many purse bids, and the purse bids that they are winning they're not great fights that the casual audience would be going, oh, I really want to watch that one. They're already talking about having pay-per-view on their platform. I get the impression DAZN are now having conversations with Eddie Hearn and Oscar De La Hoya and everybody to say, listen, now we need to start making profit. Okay, you've had all this money, you've put out all this outlay, you've got the stable, let's start delivering. I think now we're starting to see Eddie Hearn under a lot of pressure. Now, Eddie Hearn says he loves pressure and he thrives on it and he wants competition. Well, time will tell on that. Hopefully he does, because then it will encourage him to put on bigger and better shows. All right? But war is definitely brewing. It really is. Queensbury, Frank Warren, I said they got that Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury fight, and now they've got chess pieces such as Dan Dubois is in prime position to fight the winner of Joshua Usyk. Joe Joyce, WBO mandatory, in prime position to fight one of them down the line. Tyson Fury, WBC World Heavyweight Champion. He's the last piece of the jigsaw for an undisputed champion. Dennis Hobson is putting on a lot of great shows in and around the United Kingdom. He's going up to Scotland. He's in Gateshead next week, and he's going to Sheffield. He's going all over the place, and his stable is starting to grow. And some of the fighters that he's got, listen, I've touted the likes of Thomas Hodgson to certain promoters before he got the Dennis Hobson deal. And some of them turned their nose up. Some of them just ignored. They're going to be looking at it right now and going, actually, we should have signed Tommy Hodgson. So yeah, you should have listened, because Dennis Hobson has now got an absolute gem in his stable. He really does. Dave Allen, of course, is a huge name. Cash Ali is now ranked in the top 15 of the IBF. Mick Hennessy, of course, I don't really know what's happening with that Channel 5 deal. I don't know whether it's over with now. But again, a lot of his fighters are getting Sky Sports slots even, in Coventry and that, for example. And I do think that for all of them to really close the gap on Matchroom and Eddie Hearn and really put the pressure on, they should work together. They should. There's no reason in the world why they shouldn't. You can look at, say, Probellum. Obviously, now MTK has now folded. Probellum, I mean, what's happened with them? They seem to have gone very, very quiet. Some of their fighters are fighting on some small hall shows. In 2 weeks' time, Phil Jeffries has got the likes of Peter McGrail on that card. He's got Tommy Ward on that card, which is fantastic for the likes of Phil Jeffries. Now he's putting on small halls in there. Once so long ago, you've seen Ahara Davis and Archie Sharp on a small hall and that as well. So quite what's happening with Probellum, I don't know. Hopefully they get their in-house in order and hit the ground again, because again, they've got some quality fighters in their stable. They really do. But a cold war is brewing. You're going to start to see these promoters, if they don't work together, really start bumping heads. And it's going to be a Highlander kind of moment. They're going to start trying to take each other's heads very, very soon. War is coming, which is great for the likes of you and me as British boxing fans. So those of you outside the United Kingdom as well, if you like British boxing, you're going to be in for a real treat coming into year 2. So come August, September, when we start to kick off in year 2, things are going to really start to be ramped up. You're going to see shows, hopefully at least, thick and fast coming from Sky Sports. Hopefully Probellum get a TV deal, and then they're going to start putting on shows thick and fast. And Dennis Hobson is going to continue and grow his stable. Again, there's some real good fighters. In fact, there's plenty of fighters out there who I think that some of these promoters should be signing. Quite why they haven't is beyond me. If any of those promoters want to know who they are, give me a call. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it all. You drop me yours. Something to look forward to. And I'll catch you in the next video. Make sure you are subscribed. Catch you next one.